before human eyes ever glimpsed it through a telescope. Neptune existed only as a ghost within mathematical equations. In the most distant and frozen reaches of space, Neptune is defying every law of physics. It receives so little sunlight, yet it radiates twice the energy it takes in. It should be frozen in a silent grave. But this planet is a nuclear reactor in a state of self-collapse. Where does this frantic energy come from? Is it from the millions of carats of diamond rain pounding against the core? Or from a darker secret buried deep within the eternal ice? Right now, fasten your seatbelts. We are infiltrating the loneliest world in the cosmos to decode the mathematical ghost of the solar system. The disappearance of the clouds isn't a sign of peace. It is the exposure of a reactor, momentarily idling, storing up its power. Because the true source of this planet's strength doesn't come from the dim, external light. It comes from a brutal thermal engine buried deep within its core. This is the Neptune paradox. It sits further from the Sun than Uranus, receiving far less energy, yet its actual temperature remains equal, if not higher. Neptune radiates 2.6 times the heat it absorbs. To explain this energy surplus, physicists must confront a chilling scenario. The planet is consuming itself. The first mechanism is gravitational contraction, Kelvin-Helmholtz. Neptune isn't a static block of ice. It is an entity slowly collapsing in on itself. As matter falls toward the gravitational center, potential energy is forged into massive heat, baking the icy crust from within. But even that heat isn't enough to fuel 2,100 kilometers per hour supersonic winds. It requires a denser kind of fuel. And that is when we must speak of the diamond rain. Deep beneath the atmosphere, pressure hits millions of bars, enough to snap the chemical bonds of methane. Carbon atoms are ripped apart, crushed, and transmuted into solid diamonds. These aren't the sparkling gems of a jewelry store. They are heavy, material arrows, plummeting through the viscous fluid toward the core. This process isn't just a cosmic curiosity. It is a violent energy transformation. As billions of tons of diamonds fall, the horrific friction between them and the surrounding mantle releases heat equivalent to thousands of atomic bombs every single second. It is this rain of pressure that superheats the liquid layer, driving violent convection currents that scream at supersonic speeds, shattering every physical limit found on rocky worlds like Earth. So when you gaze at the pale blue of Neptune through the James Webb Telescope, remember, that is merely a deceptive shell. Beneath that silent mist lies a pressure cooker hell, where diamonds fall like hail and core temperatures rival the surface of the sun. But Neptune's cruelty doesn't stop at crushing carbon. Its gravitational reach extends much further, turning its neighbors into victims of a billion-year execution. And the greatest victim of all is Triton, the death row moon, spiraling backward toward its own demise. After passing through hellish pressures and gravitational tragedies, we face one final mystery: the arrhythmic soul of Neptune, the broken magnetic field. If Earth is a perfect bar magnet with stable north and south poles, Neptune's magnetosphere is like a damaged work of art. It doesn't originate from a central ferromagnetic core as conventional physics dictates. Instead, it is offset from the planet's center by 13,500 kilometers, more than half the planet's radius, and tilted at a staggering 47-degree angle from its rotational axis. Why is the magnetic heart of a giant so displaced and chaotic? The answer lies in the bizarre state of matter within its mantle. Scientists believe that instead of a rotating liquid metal core, Neptune's magnetic field is generated by a supercritical water-ammonia ocean. Under extreme pressure and temperature, this mixture is neither liquid nor gas. It becomes a superionic slush, a powerful electrical conductor. The chaotic motion of this slush in the shallower layers, rather than the deep core, creates a warped magnetic shield. Imagine holding a compass on Neptune. The needle would never settle. It would spin frantically, enslaved by the unstable fluid currents surging beneath your feet. This anomaly turns Neptune into a cosmic outlaw against the solar wind. While other planets possess a sturdy magnetic shield to deflect charged particles, Neptune's shield is constantly twisted and torn with every rotation. Every time Neptune spins, its magnetic field opens and closes like a broken trapdoor, allowing high-energy solar particles to pierce deep into the atmosphere, igniting auroras that are faint yet ghostly. Yet this magnetic chaos is the final line of defense for the solar system against interstellar space. Neptune stands there at the frontier between the light and eternal darkness, like a solitary gatekeeper. Beyond it lies nothing but the shattered Kuiper belt and the freezing void of the interstellar medium. The supersonic storms, the diamond rain superheating the core, and the dismemberment of Triton all form a brutal symphony that Neptune performs in the silence of the deep. It requires no audience. Since its discovery in 1846, this planet has completed only one single orbit around the Sun. Time here seems to stand still, yet physics never stops screaming. Neptune's solitude is not the stillness of death. It is the solitude of a gargantuan machine running at full throttle to defy absolute zero. Neptune is not the gentle blue jewel seen in NASA's color-enhanced photos. It is an entity in the process of self-collapse, cannibalizing its own children, hiding in a rhythmic magnetic heart beneath a veil of pale cyan. It stands as a reminder. At the edge of human understanding, the laws of nature are no longer designed to protect life, but to showcase the pure destructive power of the universe. We began with a 2,100 kilometers per hour scream and the wonder of a world summoned by mathematics. But in the end, we are left with a brutal truth. That howl is not a sign of life. It is the groan of a planet consuming itself to stave off thermal death. Everything we have witnessed, from the diamond rain baking the core to the looming execution of Triton, is, in reality, the final struggle of matter to delay eternal frost. Neptune is using its own flesh and bone, and that of its moons to feed an internal furnace in the dark. But the logic of the universe is absolute. One day, when Triton is nothing but a shattered ring and the internal heat has bled dry, Neptune will truly become a pale, silent block of ice, drifting aimlessly into the interstellar void. We found it through the power of thought, and we will lose it to the grasp of infinity. Before it lies the fading light of a dying star. Behind it, an abyss where mathematics becomes meaningless. At the edge of the world, there is no one to catch us if we fall. There is only the wind dying out. and the crushing silence of the void.